Hey guys, this is Andrew with rockclass101.com. Today I'm excited to launch a new series for Rock Class 101, and it's going to be called Concept Lessons. Basically, Concept Lessons is going to focus on three aspects of playing. So the first would be finger picking, second would be strumming, and the third would be soloing. And as you see in this lesson, which is EP001, we combined two out of the three, right? Oop, that many. We combined strumming plus soloing. So the idea behind concept lessons is to present a lesson to you guys that helps you in a real life situation. So let's look at this lesson, for example. Let's say you get together with a group of friends, you print out a song to sing and play along with, let's say it's just lyrics plus the chords on top, and let's say that song's in the key of G, right? So maybe something like this, G, D, C, right? So you're singing through all of that, but then there comes that instrumental break. And what do you guys usually just do? You just strum through it, right? So this lesson, what you could do is you could learn this solo and play that solo during that time frame where you're usually just not singing, just strumming. So by introducing this solo, it changes the entire dynamic of that performance. So it just makes it really, really more interesting. And it's just so cool to fill that time slot, that empty instrumental piece with an actual lead. So that's the idea behind these lessons, is to give you guys something that you can apply in a real life scenario, like jamming with friends. So let's kick into this lesson. This is going to be part one. And in part one, we're going to learn the entire solo. So if you guys want to learn the rhythm for the slow and the fast rhythm that's played behind the solo, we're going to be learning that in part two of the lesson, which is available at rockclass101.com. You can also get the complete tabs to print off as a PDF file, and you can get access to that on-screen tab viewer, which literally you can hit play and watch the tab scroll across in real time. You can highlight bars to loop them, slow it down to any speed. Just a great asset in learning this. Plus there's also backing tracks, so if you want to get the rhythm that I played and practice the solo on top of it, then that's available too at rockclass101.com, so you can download those. All right, let's go ahead and kick into learning this solo. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down into phrases. So think of a phrase as like a section of the solo. That's going to make it easier for you guys to get down. And one thing I'd really recommend is just memorize the solo. It's a very catchy melody that's being played. If you can sing it, you can play it. Right, there's just the first part. If you could sing ba 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 da da ba da 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 da, then you can play it. It's gonna be so much easier to learn. So here's the first phrase. Okay, just a few notes again. So we have ba ba da da da. Okay, so this is going to be playing the open four, and we're gonna hit it twice, but there's a pause between those two hits. You have ba ba, right? Ba ba. So we have oh oh. Then our next note's going to be 5 to 7 on the second string, and we're just going to slide with our ring finger. So if you've never done a slide before, the thing is you want to keep pressure down and slide smoothly. You don't want to hear 6 in between it, right? You want to have a nice smooth slide. Okay. Then our last note is going to be 5 on string 1. So now we have oh, oh, slide to string 1. Again. Okay, one more time, slow. Okay, here's our next phrase. Alright, so this one's a little bit longer. So it's going to start with a slide. So you're using your ring finger to slide 5 to 7 on string 1. And then you're going back to 5 on string 1. So let's just try that. Just like that. So slide to 5. Then we're going to take that ring finger, play 7 on string 2, and then open 1, and then open 4. So again, we had ring finger 7 on string 2, open 1, open 4. So think of it as in two parts, right? Slide 5, sev, open, open. Okay, slow, slide, 5, sev, open, open. Okay, together, the first and the second phrase. Okay, again. Then we're going to tag on a few extra notes, 3 extra notes, so it sounds like this. Right, so we have a hammer on, so it's going to be our first finger on the 2nd fret of string 3, and that hammers on to the 4th fret of string 3. So I pick one time, and then do a hammer on, and then play open 4 again. Now let's hear that added to the end of phrase 2 so we can put it in context. Okay, again. Okay, real slow. Right, slide, 5, sev, o, o, hammer, o. Okay, so remember, it's real important to get that phrasing stuck in your head. Remember, if you can sing it, you can play it. I sound like a broken record player repeating myself, but it's so true, especially for playing leads that are a little bit more complex like this. So let's play from the beginning all the way to there. Alright, so now we're left with basically 2 more phrases to complete this lead. This next phrase is very similar to what we had just played. It sounds like this. Okay, again. So you notice it's the same notes, but in a different order, right? So I'm hitting open 4, and then I'm going to do a hammer on 2 to 4, right? Same string, string 3, and then hit open 4. So same notes, but a different sequence, right? So I have open 4, hammer on 2 to 4, and then open 4 again. And here's our rhythm. And again. And slow. So our last phrase is going to sound like this. Okay? And this last phrase is going to be subbed out on the second time when we repeat it. So when we repeat the solo, we're going to play a different ending. That way you have some variation. But let's learn the first ending, right? So think of this last phrase as ending 1. So it's got to slide 5 to 7 on string 2 this time. I'm going to use my ring finger, then play 5 on string 1, and slide all the way to 10, but I'm picking one time. So I have slide 5, and then slide to 10. Okay, again. That's what we end up with. And if I play those last 2 phrases together. Okay, and slow. Okay. Now I said that this last phrase will be subbed out when you repeat the entire solo. So when you repeat the entire solo, you're going through everything. But instead of going, you're going to go for the ending, right? So here's what that sounds like. So this is the second time through the lead. Right, so it gives you a nice variation, right? So the second ending is going to be using your middle finger, slide 1 to 2 on string 1, and then you can pull off to the open first string, and then play the open 4. So I have slide, pull off, open 4. So 1 to 2, pull off, open 4. So let's go ahead and just play the first and the second time through. So first time. Okay, and the second time. Right? And in the performance, all I did was I tagged a higher voicing of a G into the to the ending. And that's just my index finger laying flat on the 7th fret, strings 1, 2, and 3, and my pinky on 10 on string 1, and our G string is open. Right? But if you're playing it in the context of a performance, in the key of G, a different song, you're probably not going to end it unless it's like the ending of the tune, which most of the time ends on the G chord, ends on the 1 chord. So let's go ahead and just play it all the way through again, and then we'll wrap up this lesson. So we'll do it together. 3, 4. Okay, and there you go. So this solo, again, it fits over anything in the key of G that's diatonic to the key of G. So if you're playing a song in the key of G that stays with all the chords that fit into G major, then you can apply this lead and create such a cool sounding additional dynamic to your performance. It's also great if you're playing like anything that's like instrumental, like if you're playing by yourself. Right, it's really cool to add too. So it's not only applied to jamming with somebody else. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Let me know in the comments below. We're going to be doing a lot more concept lessons for this channel and for the website. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks.